All right, we're ready to do a starch video. So what we're using today is Faultless Starch by the can. We get it at the discount stores. It's like $1 a can. I don't use expensive starch, and you're gonna see why in a minute because we do use a lot. All right, Nick's gonna show you how we start. So before he starts, I just want to show you, he's been starching for a while here. So here, under here is layers upon layers of fabrics that he's already has starched. So he'll just pile them upon each other. So this way the starch just stays soaked in and they kind of really saturate as he does it. So he shakes the can. All right, shake the can. All right. See how he does a nice little perimeter. And of course we had to pick a big piece. And he just saturates it the best he can. And we starch on the back side of the fabrics. And the reason why that is because on the back side, it's easier to tell where you missed. So I have a piece over here where it shows you definitely that you missed that spot. You see how much easier that is than on the front side where where it's darker. So then when he's done with that one, he'll just lay the next one down and continue to starch. And when he's done with a nice pile, he hangs them up, and that is like right here. So here's all the ones he's already has starched. And they just let those dry naturally. And then when they're all dried naturally, then we iron them with steam, and then they're ready to be cut. But one of the other things I also want to show is if you have problems grabbing the can by the little button on the top, you can go buy yourself one of these paint can sprayers, attach it, and just make sure it's lined up like this, and Nick just show them quickly how that goes. And again, so you just press the trigger, which is much easier on your hands than pressing that little button down for long periods of time. So that's our starch video. If you have any questions, just put them in the comment section. That's all we got. Bye now. In this video, I'm going to show you how I starch large yardages of fabric. One of the things I want to point out is I like to cover my ironing surface with these wool pressing mats, and we have them 18 by 58 inches long. Or are they 20? I don't know. 20 by 58, that's what they are. And then I cover my wool mat with these old towels that I have kind of recycled. I've cut the bands off the towels so they lay nice and flat. And then now I'm ready, my surface is protected, and I'm ready to starch a larger piece of fabric. So I'm going to take my fabric, and this just happens to be a Bella Solid, so it doesn't have a front or a back, and I lay that out with the right side down if it wasn't a Bella. And then I'm going to proceed to starch the edges first. I kind of make this and I get this all saturated. Looks like I picked a good color that you can see where I've been and where I've not been. And the reason, if you didn't catch that in my other video on how to starch, you starch on the back side so it's easy to tell where you've missed a spot. And you're gonna miss spots when you do large pieces like this. So once this is all starched, and I'm gonna quickly run through this because you don't want to sit here and watch me starch all day. All right, so once you have that all covered, you're then gonna take this and move it up upon itself. Sure, it doesn't lay flat. Put this down. Just lay it upon itself, and then you keep starching. So you'd finish that, right? Nice and wet. And again, you pick it up and move it upon itself again and keep starching. So that's why you can do yards and yards at a time in a small surface. You don't need to run it the other way. All right, there you go.